Ladies and gentlemen, let me talk to you real quick about a man who went from sack king with the Jets to forgotten in Philly, and now he's back in the Bay with a score to settle. We talking about Bryce Huff. And if you don't know his name, you're about to learn today. Because this brother didn't just survive the storm. He studied it, came back with a blueprint, and now he's ready to wreck shop in San Francisco. When Bryce Huff came out of Memphis, undrafted, quiet as kept, most folks thought he'd be a camp body. Just a name on the back of a jersey. But let me tell y'all something. That young man turned his grind all the way up, straight out the gate with the Jets. This boy showed he had something you can't teach. Get-off speed, leverage, and a chip on his shoulder the size of Mount Vernon. Under Robert Saleh, back when he was DC for the Jets, Huff wasn't just another rotational guy. No. This man led the league in pressure rate in 2023. You heard me right. Not Nick Bosa, not Micah Parsons, not TJ. What? Bryce Huff. When I saw the film, man, that boy looked like he was shot out of cannon. Dip, rip, bend, accelerate. That's edge rusher 101, and Huff was putting on a clinic. Now here come the Eagles, fresh off another postseason run, looking to stack talent on defense. They opened up that checkbook and handed Huff $51 million over 3 years. Big payday for a pass rusher. But here's the problem. Just because the money green don't mean the grass greener. And let me be real. Vic Fangio's scheme and Bryce Huff's style, oil and water. Vic runs that match zone shell with 2 gapping up front. He wants patience, containment, control. That's not Huff. Huff want a hunt. He need chaos. He feeds off disruption. So from the jump, the energy off. He said it himself on the SF Niners podcast. He felt that Misfit vibe right there in training camp. I knew early it wasn't going to work. I tried to stick it out, but that scheme didn't match who I am as a player. That's grown man honesty right there. You know how it go. When you ain't comfortable in a system, everything fall apart. In the first 4 games of 2024, Huff had just 2 total 24. No sacks, no impact. Philly fans, they impact. Philly media, they downright ruthless. Then the injuries came. Huff tore a wrist ligament, missed 5 straight weeks, and by the time he came back, the rotation had moved on without him. This brother went from starter with a bag to an inactive during a Super Bowl run. That's a long way down for a dude who just 12 months earlier was pressuring QBs like it was recess. And let's be clear, it wasn't because Bryce forgot how to rush. It's because you can't ask a cheetah to be a bloodhound. Bryce Huff is a purebred pass rusher, not a drop-and-read hybrid. Fast forward to post-June 1. The Eagles ship him out west to San Francisco, where Robert Saleh now serves as defensive coordinator once again under head coach Kyle Shanahan. For Huff, this ain't just a trade. This is a lifeline. It felt like a fresh start, like I could breathe again. Back to a defense where I know what's expected of me. And more importantly, where I'm valued. Woo! You can hear the fire in that man's voice. That ain't just football. That's personal. Saleh knows what he got in Huff. He ain't trying to put a square peg in a round hole. Huff's role gonna be exactly what he thrives in. Rotational edge rusher, pin your ears back, attack mode, go make something shake. Let me break down this 49ers defensive line for you. Nick Bosa, depoy level dude. Michael Williams, first-round rookie with freakish upside. Javon Hargrave, interior wrecking ball. Dre Greenlaw and Fred Warner behind them. Come on now. Now add Bryce Huff to that rotation. That's like giving a flamethrower to a dragon. What you think he gonna do with it? Burn the house down. The plan is simple. Keep Huff fresh. Let him rotate in behind Bosa or even rush inside on 3rd downs. Let him use that first step quickness and re-establish his elite pass rush metrics, just like he did with the Jets. Now don't get it twisted. Huff didn't just wait on opportunity. He'd been working. Out in the Bay, he stayed in the facility all summer. No cabo, no yacht parties, no TikTok. He training with the same performance staff that helped him elevate with the Jets. Body right, wrist healed, explosion back. You love to see it. This year it's about proving to myself, and to everybody who thought I fell off, that I'm still that guy. That's not talk. That's testimony. This story ain't just about a player changing teams. It's about resilience. It's about believing in who you are, even when the system don't believe in you. Bryce Huff got paid, got benched, got hurt, and then got moved. But instead of folding, he doubled down. It ain't always the flashiest. It's the ones who get knocked down and come back swinging harder. That's Bryce Huff. Now, if he go out there in 2025, puts up 7-10 sacks again, in limited reps, if he helps San Francisco make a deep run with Bosa drawing double teams, you better believe that $51 million contract starts to look like a bargain. So here's my final word. Bryce Huff's time in Philly, that was a lesson. But his time in San Fran, that's going to be a statement. You put a man in position to succeed, give him the tools he needs and let him be who he really is. That's when magic happens. That's when a backup becomes a breakout. Huff ain't just trying to bounce back. He's trying to detonate. And I'm telling you all now, when this season ends, folks gonna be saying the same thing. How did the Eagles ever let him go? Let me throw some stats at you all. Now I know folks love stats, but if all you watching is box scores, you ain't really watching football. Back in 2023 with the Jets, Bryce Huff had a 21.8% pressure rate. That ain't just good, that's historic. He ranked #1 in pass rush win rate per FEF, ahead of all pro names like Myles Garrett and TJ Watt. His average get-off time, 0.69 seconds. That's instant. That's microwave pass rushing. Now flip it to his time in Philly. Pressure rate dropped to 930%. Win rate dipped below 10%. Only 2.5 sacks in 12 games. Why? Because they had him doing things that ain't in his DNA. Dropping in coverage, holding edges against two gaps. Come on, man. That's like asking Steph Curry to set screens for 40 minutes. When you take a specialist and turn him into a generalist, don't be surprised when the results get general. Let me tell you what Robert Saleh loves. Juice off the edge. That man is an architect of pressure. He don't care about conventional wisdom. He cares about disrupting timing. In that jet system, Huff got to line up wide 9, ears pinned, no thinking, just attacking. Saleh trusted him to win with speed and bend, and he did over and over. Now that same system, it's coming to San Francisco. That D-line ain't fair. You got Bosa on one side drawing chips and doubles. You got Huff screaming off the weak side. You got stunts, loops, NASCAR fronts. Offensive line's gonna be shook. And don't forget, with Huff's efficiency, he don't need 80 snaps. Give that man 25-30 high leverage plays a game. He'll turn 5 of them into pressures, 2 of them into sacks, and make 1 of them a game changer. Let's paint the picture, y'all. The Niners now got layers of threats. Nick Bosa commands double attention every play. Michael Williams, rookie freak of nature, who can slide inside on pass downs. Arik Armstead gone, but Javon Kinlaw returns, and Huff fills the specialist role that keeps everyone else fresh. What Huff brings is speed and bend, something neither Bosa nor Williams do quite like him. So what happens? Bosa collapses the pocket. Huff loops around, quarterback panics, boom, Calway. This, the kind of rotation where quarterbacks start looking like they got happy feet before the ball even snapped. You want to beat the Chiefs? You want to bring down Josh Allen or Joe Burrow? You better have dudes who can get home without blitzing. Huff is that dude. Let me step back from the X's and O's for a second. You know how much mental toughness it takes to admit you in the wrong situation right after signing a $50 million deal? That's pride swallowing. That's courage. Bryce Huff told the truth. He told it to himself. That's what leaders do. He could have blamed coaches. He could have hid behind the injury. But instead, he took the heat, healed up, and got back to work. That's leadership by example. What's leadership by example? You want to build a championship locker room? You better have guys who don't need the spotlight to shine. Huff is one of them. Let that boy hunt, San Francisco. You put a lion back in the jungle. Don't be surprised when he start eating. Bryce Huff, 2025 Comeback Player of the Year. Don't sleep on it.